Ahoy friends! Welcome back to Elden Ring. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for sticking around from Minecraft if you stuck around. And if you didn't, you don't know what's cool. Right, we are back on it. We are back on our all bosses. Currently with 65 bosses defeated. Let's get back into it. We're in Caelid right now, I believe. Having done, yeah, there we go, the Radahn fight as our last little treat from the previous stream. I'm going to ride along here. We're probably not going to do War Dead Catacombs yet because I don't think I'm quite ready for the boss in here. You actually need to be a pretty solid build for that. And I think our axe here needs a few more levels. This is now Lord Buckethead. It is a little bit Lord Buckethead, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, this is Ymar. She's a battle axe wielder, and she's going to be carving her way through all of the bosses in the game. We're going to be tackling a lot of Caelid today. We might even get to Altus. I think we'll probably get to Altus, to be fair. But we've also got Nocturne to do. So Mimic Tear, Regal Ancestor Spirit. We're not going to do Valiant Gargoyles yet. But they take good physical damage, so we'll probably be in a good position to do those when we want to. Yeah, bits and pieces. Did you miss anything? No, we just started. We just rode across a field. So if anything, you missed a chill ride across the beach. Well, right now we're getting bonus rune acquisition, so I'm not sure if there's a boss that we should go and do. But Caelid is an interesting one because a lot of it is split up between the bosses that are in South Caelid, which is, you know, the main bulk of Caelid, and the ones who are in Dragon Barrow, and Dragon Barrow has a lot more difficult enemies. Other particles are still here for a bit, and then they're gone. Oh well, never mind. We did just beat Radahn, so maybe that's why. We need to warp back to Redmane, talk to Jaren, rest outside Redmane, and then we get the Leonine Misbegotten and Crucible Knight fight from in here, from which you can get the Ruins Greatsword if you're into that. And so the Crucible Knight we could just parry, since we have the shield that we started the game with. Oh, we are actually getting a rune buff here. Interesting.
Brave Chesela Festo. For I am no longer. I have a task. Old business. May we meet again. It's may we meet again.
Alright, so after that, if you rest outside of Redmane, Jaren will be gone. But we still have that grace. I'm pretty sure that the teleporter turns off. And if it doesn't, then maybe we go a little bit further away. And then warp back. But yeah, there's a few other bosses in South Caelid that we can do, but we've done a lot of the stuff that's on the way here. So Selia, Town of Sorcery, is potentially worth doing. Outside of that, there's not a huge amount that I want to do right here. But we'll give this one a try. I'm going to see if we can equip a shield, or if this makes me heavy now. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Well, we can equip the buckler, because that'll give me a slightly better parry window. And, yeah, we'll give that a try. But I think we want to go and do Selia Crystal Tunnel just for the smithing stones. So at this point, the Crucible Knight shows up, and that's a problem for us. But fortunately, Misbegotten Warrior is okay, so I'm pretty sure this guy will be too. Yeah, not bad. Problem is he takes a lot of damage. Oh, nice, you can parry that. Okay. I thought that was a more difficult one to parry, but maybe it was just difficult to parry with the previous weapon we had. Nice. The Buckler's just got the best parry window in the game. Okay, he's going to do his stomp, grow wings. And then he's got the tail swipe now as well, but we don't need to worry about that. We just need to avoid any of the bonus attacks he does. Yeah, parries are so easy with the Buckler now. I'm not good at parrying, though. Cool. We did it. A few bonus runes, bonus swords. Pretty good. Should have got the dragon fruit juice instead of the mandarin. Oh, why? What's wrong with the mandarin? Oh yeah, we have Radahn's remembrance too, which I don't think we will need, so let's use it. In Redmane Castle of all places. There are a couple of smithing stones around here that we could potentially grab as well, but let's do one into endurance, because we will need endurance. Mandarin's a bit too sweet. Just need mandarins to be slightly sweet. Some are teeth-curdlingly sour, yeah. Well, let's take advantage of our position here to work our way through this lot. I think on the right, the Abductor Virgin that appears is one that can take you to Volcano Manor, but we do not want to go there yet. It is a silly place. Oh, these are smithing stone 4s. Okay, I think we're probably a little bit beyond that now. Oh, we're still on plus 13. So that's... I think that's 5s, right? Yeah, it'd be 5s. For like 12 through 15. So I think we'll go to Selia Crystal Tunnel via Dragonburnt Ruins. And that should be okay. We might be able to beat the what's it guy? You know. The Fallingstar beast. Because if we can do that, then we get some smithing 7s for later. Oh yeah. 66. Forgot about that part. Even though there's a duo boss, it still only counts as 1. As Gimli would say. I should also tick this off the checklist while we have the opportunity to. I see guava, I pick guava. So, Crucible Knight and Misbegotten Warrior, done! First order of business, take out these guys. Easier said than done. Oh god, let me heal. I'm going to go and get the Grace just in case. Because this clearly went badly for us. All it takes is 1 pest threads and I'm dead. But that at least gets us the ability to warp out of here if we want to, so let's not mess around. Vij Val, welcome in. Oh god, let me heal. The cry of FromSoft players everywhere. Entirely correct. Entirely justified. So where did he just go? Alright. Let's roll behind here and grab the smithing stone before we lose the opportunity to. Hug the wall here to avoid getting hit by more pest threads. He's still looking down that way, thinking I'm there, but I'm not! I'm here! You idiot! Okay, that's 2 of 3. There's obviously more of them deeper in here, but if I can just get up here, kill the last one, grab the smithing stone from over here as well. We get a rune arc from this one, which we are still using, incidentally. Kind of need the Godric's Great Rune action. These guys aren't really worth beating down, but I might as well. Oh, Somber 4, nice. I think I have some of those already, but we might need a Somber later on for upgrading a seal or something. There you go. A couple of charged heavies usually at least breaks their poise, so I'll avoid that guy sneaking up on me later. Right now we're working with Axe Talisman as well, and Raw Medallion isn't applicable to everything we do, but it's still got a good boost whenever we want to use it against a boss. Oh, he's here now. Wasn't sure if he jumped down or not. We'll grab these 2 as well. And I think that should be enough to get us up to... yeah, plus 15. Great. We only needed 6. Oh, wait, no, we do need... maybe we need 10, because we've only done the first upgrade. Yeah. So there's probably a couple more we can get here and there. If not in here, then. From the Fallingstar Beast on Altus. I think is probably our safe bet. We can also get the Flock's Talisman from in here, just in case we need to use incantations later. God, that hit me from over there? Ridiculous. I think 6 flasks should be enough. Oh, we got a Pest's Glaive as well. Nice. Okay, only 1 more smithing stone needed then. But that should be enough to deal with Fallingstar Beastie. There isn't another smithing stone here. No, unfortunate. Alright, so we need 1 more smithing 5 from somewhere. Goodness knows where. Don't think we can parry this, lads, so... Today was supposed to be Minecraft thing. You missed the Minecraft. It happened a few hours ago. But welcome into Elden Ring, at least. Ouch. Make sure I can heal quickly. Didn't need to use both flasks, but hopefully we won't need the second one. Pretty decent physical resistance right now. Oh, my roar attack wore off. Really hoping for a stagger at some point. There we go. We'll get one easy R1, and this will probably finish him off. Nice. Pretty good. There's our smithing 7s for later. We got a somber bell bearing as well. Not bad. How can she drink the health potion through the bucket? I mean, that's the least of our problems in this scenario. The helmet is a state of mind. But that's 67. And that was Fallingstar Beast. There we go. Great. Okay, so now I need to remember where we can get one more Smithing Stone 5. Oh, the Dragon Barrow statue. Yeah, that's a good point. So, in fact, from Lena's Rise, we could probably get all the way back to Dragon Barrow map fragments, so at least we know where we are. Once again, I haven't fought the Knights Cavalry here. I'm planning on doing that for a legit boss fight instead of the cheese, for once. Same with Greyol, actually. I actually want to fight this Putrid Avatar, but we're not going to do it now because this one hits really hard. I'm worried that I shall die. Not that I need to worry about dying too much, but I prefer it to be a straightforward experience than an arduous one. We got a quota to meet. I want to hit 100 bosses today. If we possibly can. They are slightly more spaced out at this stage, though, so we might have a harder time. Either way, down through this part of Dragon Barrow. Yeah. There are several other bosses in this area, including a absolutely ghastly Beastman duo fight that's in the caves sort of below where we are now. But that's what Greyol looks like from the front. Been a while since we ever looked at Greyol from the front. But the dragon we are after aggroing is this one. Hello? Anybody home? Peripheral vision? There you go. You've seen me, it's fine. This is the dragon that I've got into the habit of leading down to this statue. At this point, do I have any Smithing Stone 6s? No, I just got one, okay. She'll look away. We're not going to kill this one. This one is just going to disappear once it reaches a certain point, that's all. The goal for this one is simply to walk it to a specific point where it can break a statue for us, and then it just naturally despawns. Also takes down a few trees on the way, so me and this dragon have something in common, I guess. So once the dragon breaks the statue, which should be possible before it goes away. There we go, and then it just fades out. Helpful. So from here we should just be able to ride north around this wall, past these two dragons, who are also not going to fight, because why bother? Grab the Dragon Barrow map fragment, so we know where we are. Excuse you. Hello. There we go. And I'm sure there are some other smithing stones around here. Like, I'm not certain if there are some at the base of this tower. I don't think there are. I think there's somber smithing stones down here. But either way, there'll be some other smithing sixes around Dragon Barrow, but I don't know exactly their location, so I'm not going to worry about it this present moment. Like, I think there might be some in the Divine Tower or something. Let's go upgrade. So we can at least get to plus 15 on this thing. And then we'll be cooking with gas. Oh, now we beat Radahn as well. We can continue Fia's quest. Because I was looking it up, and apparently continuing Fia's... beating Radahn is the thing that unlocks the Weathered Dagger part of Fia's quest. And you can do that completely independently of the Black Knife print and everything else. So this is going to be very sudden, but she's about to kill D.
You are mighty. Could you please? It's a very... So I would... Then good day to you.
So the Weather Dagger, key item. Not something we can actually use as a weapon. Wishes for it to be returned to its rightful owner. It was once a special weapon of gold and silver intertwined, but is now worn down and marred by a black gash. Yikes. So yeah, we're going to give this to D, who is the only other person we know who is twinned with silver and gold.
You've met then, I think you the power of... Well, how did you get you? Well, I know very well. Why don't I read good work?
So he knows very well whose dagger that is. I guess. Oh wait, he's gone! And Fia's killed him.
Find a stolen Hallowbrand, and now, though I asked, I am Hark. We live in what right? Our Lord.
And then she T-poses and is gone. Pretty cool. We'll also go and see Nepheli, since she is likely to be down here now.
Ah, you please. It's pathetic and... Ah, please. It's pathetic and...
So now we can ask Gideon about Nepheli. Oh yeah, I should probably use the Baldakin's Blessing, shouldn't I? Might be a good idea. What's up, Sky Cruiser? Welcome in.
Then I bid you. I am known as a tarnished.
Oh, shut up, Gideon. I've already beat 3 bosses.
The inheritors, we of the Godric the General Praetor right Morgoth, and he'll still be a... indeed. So I had honestly determined. I suspect a dose of... Is that what he said?
We'll get rid of Selvis's potion here as well.
Good. You go and see. Just tell him that despite his inevitable... Oh, and she got Raz's mask, but now finished. Allow me to find the She hides in it. She knows the...
Find the Albenar. Well, yeah, I got it. I got it, bro. It's fine. Can I level at this point, or do I still need more? Oh, I can. Good. Okay. 55 strength. Seems good. Especially since we're getting more scaling out of the axe than ever. And she doesn't have anything else to give us. We have Talisman Parish number 3. Roderica's still chill. Fia's gone. Corin is over there. And is probably about to say he's going to leave.
Oh, welcome to I teach and explore so that one day ensuring, by the way, you do most time you are well. May the golden further I can happily.
Okay, maybe not until we go to Altus, because we haven't been there yet. We haven't even done Fort Faroth in Dragon Barrow, so we could, in theory, do that now. Before that, though, we're going to go and do... I think we might as well do Selia. We can probably kick Commander O'Neill's butt at this point. What else is there that we can do? There's a Deathrite Bird who I really don't want to bother fighting, but we probably should. Putrid Tree Spirit. Don't fancy it. Godskin Apostle and the Divine Tower is going to be a pain also. We can go and get Radahn's Great Rune done. But then I think, aside from the Everjail in Dragon Barrow, which is a pretty easy fight, I think we're basically off to Altus next and then come back to Dragon Barrow. Even though Dragon Barrow you're supposed to go and get the Dectus Medallion before you do Altus, but then there's other ways to get to Altus, so... we also have a Knight's Cavalry fight on the way. And then we can get the other Sacred Tier, and yeah, I think maybe we'll do some of that. How many bosses do you have to beat in this? I think there are 165 in the base game. Something like that. I want to get to 100 today. We've already done the Ravenmount Assassin invasion here, so we don't need to worry about that yet. What's up, Marcelo Games? Welcome in. I'm going to rest here so it's night time for the Knight's Cavalry. Otherwise we just get a standard Cuckoo Knight, I think. Cuckoo Knight riding a horse. Do 165 for all weapons? Nope. No, the goal is to do an all bosses run for this one because this is the Battle Axe, which is the starter weapon for the hero. And so it's not much of a challenge to acquire the weapon in the first place. I thought we'd do something a bit different with it once we got it. Oh yeah, we're dealing pretty good DPS now. Oh, if we're not getting stuck on trees anyway. Honestly, I think we'll be good to do some of the fights in Dragon Barrow with this kind of DPS. $68. Oh, we got Giant Hunt now as well. Nice. Can you put Giant Hunt on an axe? I don't know. I hate these dudes, love their style. Yeah, the Knight's Cavalry armor has been our drip of choice for a couple of characters now. We did the Jon Snow character, but before that we had Ancient Meteoric Ore Greatswords. That was a good one. We'll go and do Frenzied Flaming Tower now, just so we get the second Sacred Tier from Vike. I'm trying to figure out if we want to do Mogwin Palace early, not to farm runes, but just to gain access to it and maybe get a couple of extra smithing stones. How many do you usually defeat per weapon? About 10. Honestly, like, the required bosses in this game, there's only about, like, 10 of them to reach the end credits. It depends on the weapon, because some of the weapons... We always start from scratch with a fresh character, and some of the weapons require you to beat certain bosses in order to obtain them. So sometimes we do a little bit more than usual, but if it's a weapon that you can just get from... like the critical path through the game of standard gameplay, then yeah, the average Elden Ring run takes me about like 5 hours now, because it's pretty easy to get hold of the weapons themselves. And most of the bosses are pretty straightforward at this point. Planning on doing various quests to get to Mogwin, or you go through snowfields? That's what I was trying to debate, because obviously we'll have to fight Moog at some point, but I don't know at what point we want to do that. I'm not very good at fighting Moog early unless I've got a very specific setup, so I expect we will probably want to go there as part of like a more natural progression curve, meaning Snowfields is about the time to go and do Mogwin Palace anyway, and we rarely get there from the Snowfields. But doing various quests just makes it easy to get there ahead of time. But I'm not planning on leveling up at the bird farm this time around. We'll go and do Vike now, just so we can get the Sacred Tear from up here and have better healing, but we obviously haven't been to Altus yet, so we could be at plus 10 if we wanted to. Game is scary. It's not too bad. We had Vike on the run that time. Didn't even get an attack in. I am more than happy when Vike does not get an attack in. I think we have already started Vare's quest, technically speaking, so we might as well do it, but I'm not going to rush to the objective the way I normally do. I think at this point I'm more interested in getting stuff to level up with than I am anything else. So we don't have the second half of the Dectus Medallion, but over here in the Rune-strewn Precipice Overlook, we will get our first taste of Altus Plateau by beating Magma Wyrm Makar. Love the solar system looking weapon. What was its name? Bastard Stars is that one. We will take a moment to weep for the fact that we do not get to summon Blackguard Big Boggart for this fight, because we've already killed him for Barbaric Roar, or whatever the thing is, but we also wouldn't be summoning him anyway, so... Braggart's Roar, I think, is the one, actually. But never mind. Okay, Magma Wyrm should be a pretty easy fight because we can absolutely lay into this guy. Once he finishes laying into me, of course. Oh, so I was wondering what was damaging me then. I realized I'm in the middle of some more magma. I said this should be a pretty easy fight, once he stops moving around, anyway. I like how many of these fights we're ending with a crit. It just feels right. We'll take that. Pretty good. That is scary. I mean, it's not scary once you know how to deal with him. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. we get to tick those two off on the checklist as well. So that's Knights Cavalry, Liurnia North, Magma Wyrm Makar. We've only got the Deathrite Birds, the Bell-Bearing Hunter, and the 2 bosses on Moonlight Plateau. And we're done with Liurnia, at least. Anyway, welcome to Altus. We'll immediately encounter a boss that we're not going to mess with, because it's another dragon that just flies away once you start to gain the upper hand. But we're going to get to Erdtree Gazing Hill to get a quick flask upgrade in the form of a golden seed. I still haven't applied that last sacred tier, I don't think. But let's get a quick outfit change, in case we want to dress as Kenneth Height. Bye-bye. Let's freeze the boss count here, if only. Anyway, we shall touch Grace here. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Raya should be around here somewhere. So if we wanted to, we could go to Volcano Manor. She's up here in the Lux Ruins, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there she is. Hello. The question is, do we want to go to Volcano Manor yet? I think maybe we'll just grab the Grace there and then walk back here.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me your... I will...
A lot of people just giving you their hand. A lot of hand stuff in this game. So, quickly change the checklists to Altus Plateau and Mount Gelmir. Alright. We're just going to grab this. Is there a list somewhere of the weapons in alphabetical order? Yes, go to the weapon comparison table and just click on the name heading on the Elden Ring wiki. And you should be fine at that point. Right, so we're here. We're going to probably go grab the map and then warp away. Patches will show up here eventually. There's also another golden seed here, so we might as well get the flask upgrade. Whilst we're gathering golden seeds... That guy sure sounds angry. Wonder what that's about. Yeah, the weapon comparison table existing is the whole reason I'm doing this. Because before that, I was like... I would like to use more weapons, but I don't know how I would really pick the weapon without like a specific goal to aim for. And then seeing something that gave me all the weapons in alphabetical order, I went, yeah, that'll do. A lot of angry creatures in this game. Odd that it is, yeah. Okay, so now we've done that, we're going to head back to Erdtree Gazing Hill, because we can easily get the Altus map from there. We'll get this. And there are 4 more golden seeds waiting for us, so that's basically 2 flask upgrades, and then we are very close to being maxed out on flasks, actually. Honestly, having 12 is more than I typically get on a run these days. Voided Mirror, thank you so much for the 31. Welcome back. We'll head up here to get the map. And then we'll ride back to the Grace over here. Hey, Liara. Welcome in. Boss is defeated. We doing an all boss run? Yeah, we are. So far, 69 bosses. Very nice. And we just got to Altus. We've done all of Limgrave, most of Liurnia, and about half of Caelid. But the other half of Caelid is Dragon Barrow, so potentially a little tough. I think we're at the right level that I can probably brute force most of them, but we're almost level 69, actually, which is also very nice. There we go. Flasks. +1. We can also get a couple of Sacred Tears from here very easily. Why this run specifically? Because the Battle Axe is the starter weapon for the hero. And since we did an all sorceries run for the Astrologer's Staff, which is the starting weapon for the Astrologer, I figured just to create an interesting challenge for this one, because you're unlikely to need to do all of the bosses for any of them. It just felt like, you know, if we don't need to give any extra effort to acquiring the weapon in the first place, we might as well put a bit of extra effort into the playthrough itself, you know? Now then, here's a test. Okay, DPS-wise, we're fine. Can we take on 2 of them at once, is the main question here. And the answer to that is basically no. Yikes. If they get stuck in a corner like that, I'm okay, but typically the way I do this fight is I try and bait one of them away and let the other one just reset its position, but it's kind of more fun when you got both of them charging at you at once, you know? Oh my gosh, that guy came flying in. Yep, there we go. I figured one smooth hit was going to be it for me. We'll try that again. Obviously, we've only got a limited amount of rune arcs, so I'm going to try my best not to die prematurely on some of these. Regret making some lodestones in the past after seeing the latest snapshot. Yeah, it was worth it at the time. It'll be worth it again. Like, you weren't to know. And for all we know, you might see them revert that recipe at some point, so no need to have any regrets. What happened to lodestones? They made the recipe cheaper. So you only need an iron ingot instead of a netherite ingot to make them now. Oh god. Did not expect to be got in midair. Okay, yeah. No, they double team me. Yeah, then you can use them for decoration. Yeah, they're much less expensive now. Okay, let's take this one step at a time. Third time lucky? Something like that. Most avoided bosses for a reason, too chaotic? Yeah. I think in this case we're going to try our best to lure one of them out the way I normally do it. I think it's possible for us to take both of them at once, but I don't want to just keep spending rune arcs on it if we fail, so... Obviously the game just doesn't want us to get past 69 bosses. That's probably the reason. Should really unequip the buckler if I don't intend to parry anything, but here we are. Yeah, this should be more manageable, I think. Unless the other one gets involved. Time to get on my horse. Abuse the iframes ever so slightly. Also go and get my runes, probably. I didn't have any anyway. I've done the most damage to the one with the torch for the moment. I'm trying not to go so far down the steps that I aggro all the guards as well. Oh god. Yep, got killed. Watch some guy on GDQ play with a saxophone controller. Yeah, that was really impressive. Like, obviously he has the perfect setup for some of those bosses, but he's also done like a full, legit, hitless run, so... While it was a showcase, it was still really impressive to see the amount of effort that goes into that. Any kind of like alternate controller stuff is wild. Yeah, I think I need to do better at luring him away. But also I'm kind of vulnerable. Don't have a ton of physical resistance with this armor set. But yeah, the saxophone controller is a very fun concept. The overlay he has on stream as well, like on his own streams, where it's like a PlayStation controller, but it has the musical stave in the center, is really funny. I don't know if he programmed that himself or if it was a pre-existing thing or what, but very fun. Alright, we'll have one more attempt at this, because it's fun. This is where the other guy stays there, which is nice. This guy's also slightly easier to fight because the torch does not do as much damage as the shield bash does, that the other guy does. Okay, I thought I heard the other guy behind me, so I was just making sure. This is usually the point in the base game where you celebrate and then you realize, oh wait, I didn't get any runes. That means I have to kill the other guy. They count as a pair. Divide and conquer, that's the way. And that roll usually gets me killed. Nice. Nice charged hit. Shoulder checked by a horse. Follow up with a jumping heavy. Forget about the AoE damage from that. He brought himself to me, which was nice. And jumping heavy finish. Very nice. That's one. We increase the counter every time we see enemy felled, so that's the one. Okay, well, fortunately that didn't spend all of our rune arcs, so I think we're alright. That still only counts as one. Okie doke. We got that. We'll tag this Grace. We can get some more smithing stones from the sealed tunnel, but I don't think they are worth getting for us at this point, unless we wanted to upgrade another weapon, at which point the bell bearing might be handy, but we'll go there and do the Onyx Lord fight at some stage anyway. We're going to skip this because it's not even a boss fight. We're going to proceed up here for the next 2 golden seeds, because that means another flask upgrade. We need to pick up the pace. There is a boss I'm looking at on this list which does require us to die. So I'm going to leave that one for later in the stream if I can. Because the Abductor Virgin's fight requires us to be abducted. We've got Godefroy the Grafted here, who should be fairly straightforward to do. Oh yeah, the other thing at Lux Ruins, we have Demi-Human Queen Gilika, who we can take care of quite easily now, I think. Gonna get up here the way I thought you always had to get up here, which was absurd of me at the time, but, you know. Because I completely missed the fact that you can just ride here from the Grand Lift of Dectus, because this was the way I got up here the first time. I didn't know how the Dectus lift thing worked. I hadn't gotten the medallion piece from Dragon Barrow. So instead, we'll just hop down here. Do our quick buff routine. No point in parrying, so Barbaric Roar it is. Cool, good fight. Yes, there's a Tibia Mariner up here too, Wyndham Ruins. Which could be a nice easy fight. It is the one that summons the big skeletons, but that's not a big deal. So that's 71. We'll rest here to get the Wondrous Physic back, but then let's go and get the Wyndham Ruins one done as well. Okay, we're not getting any points in strength now, so we're probably hitting the threshold there. Let's add to endurance. Because we're at 61 strength with Godric's Great Rune active, so that's got to count for something. And our strength scaling isn't high enough. Even though we've got a heavy affinity, we're still only plus 15, so... This is the Tibia Mariner, who summons one of these. Oh, need to heal. Give me a healing flask, please. There we go, easy. That's another death route for us. 72. Up here we should get a Catacombs that we can visit. We bob and weave through the ruins. It's not in there. It's up here. That summons other skeletons? Yeah. Yeah, the Tibia Mariners are effectively summoners. They've got a few moves of their own. So let me get Tibia Mariner ticked off here, along with Tree Sentinel Duo, Demi-Human Queen Gilika. Yeah, great. Oh, running into the wrong way. Hang on. I was looking up at my checklist still. Oh god, it's this one. I forgot about this one. I don't recall what the boss of this place is. I just remember there being a lot of lightning and water. Like here, for example. The last couple of times I've come here, I think we've only come here for a particular glovewort that you get in a side area of this place. Which I think is past this guy. Have I defeated the Moon Lady? Yes. Moon Lady and Meteor Man are both dead. Oh, it's this one. I remember. Let me get some space here. None of your Royal Knights resolve garbage. Good. You're done? This one just chases you around for so long, it's really funny. Oh, really? Hilarious. Don't need smithing stone 5s anymore. So that's that done. Took us a while, but we got there. Now the trick here is to run across this way. Avoid getting mashed into the ceiling. Jump down here while the platform is resetting and roll back. Might as well drink all the flasks, considering we need to run back through here. I don't think there's anything too concerning in here, but... Slugs. Slugs are a thing. I think this is the only guillotine in here, so we're alright. Mission Impossible level acrobatics, something like that. So our entrance is this way, and the boss room is that way. Let's start putting more points into Vigor. We'll need plenty of it for later. Who are you? Oh, okay. The lightning one, I remember. It kind of sneezes lightning at you. Which has an extra area of effect when you're standing in water, so... what I was aiming for. Alright. All things considered, not awful. That makes 73. Did we count the Tibia Mariner? I think we did. There's another Magma Wyrm at the end of Seethewater River. Which we could go and get right now. Incidentally, that's where you come out of the Abductor Virgins fight that I want to go and do, but that's the one that involves us dying to get to Volcano Manor, so don't want to do that while my rune arc is active. Don't think I ever fought this one, don't recall a lightning cat at all. Yeah, the whole dungeon there is sort of lightning themed. It's kind of designed to teach you that lightning and water are a potent combination. It's raining men. And here we are, Seethewater Terminus, where we're like, how is this a river? Koi thanks so much for the 12 months. Everyone spam the word nerd in the chat, please. Thank you so much for the full year supporting the channel. Enjoy your nerd sub badge and welcome to the Nerd Herds. Oh, you know what? Let's actually rest at the site of grace over there. Just so I get my Wondrous Physic flask back. That guy's having a bad time. Yeah, I could do with making sure we have the flask before we fight Magma Wyrm. Just to be on the safe side. I think in terms of DPS, we're pretty solid. I think in terms of actual defense, we need to make sure that we have a good offense. Because if Flame grants me strength, it's definitely going to grant this guy strength too, so... The masculine urge to leave lava everywhere. Of course, he just kind of pushes you into it. And now I'm in it, and now I'm very much in it. Oh, Magma Wyrm, we're really in it now. Okay, now I have to back off, because now he has attacks that can just straight up kill you. And we'll use them frequently. Like this one. If that lands on you, that's more or less a one-shot. Done. And Alexander should be over here. There he is.
I hardly think I've been take it.
Jar!
I won't be. Perhaps there's an old above the loft. Perhaps there's an old above the loft.
Okay, we have that done. I think honestly we'll be totally fine to do everything in Dragon Barrow now, so I might head there after this. But up here we have a date with another statue. Because I'm pretty sure this one has some good smithing stones in it. Unless it's smithing stone 5s, at which point it's probably not worth it. I think it's 5s. So I'm going to skip this part. Oof, owie, my hooves, yeah. Of course, the advantage to doing this part is that we can also get hold of Golden Vow, which I don't have enough faith to cast yet, but would be kind of handy to have in terms of other bits and pieces. Oh wait, no, Runebear Statue Break is 6s. And the Fallingstar Beasts also have 6s. So yeah, maybe we go back for that. How it's already down there. Alright, you, come here. Oh god, I forgot it has ranged attacks. Come this way. Thank you, God. I mostly just want it to attack the Demi-Humans because it's more fun that way. There we go. Give it the jukes. Nice. 3 6s. That gets us up to at least plus 16. This rune bear is not a boss, even though several rune bears are. Ow. Certainly sounds like a boss. We'll just rest here. It is the bear from Brave, yes. We'll go through the center of the village this time just to deal with all of these Demi-Humans so they don't become a problem later. Just because some of them can become a problem. This time, we're riding straight in to kill the sorcerers first. Because these guys are the most annoying. Even more so than the boss, really. Okay. Now we go back to the boss. Now we quickly heal before she throws the staff at us. To briefly make sure that we don't die. That attack is really rough sometimes. Ow. Okay, you're on a rock now. That's not fair. She's got really bandy legs and she's on a rock. Come on. I'm an axe player. I don't have ranged attacks. There we go. That was more of a struggle than it should have been. But at least we'll remember it. Here's Comet Azure, by the way. So we have 4 smithing stone 6s now, and we got 5 7s waiting for later. Thank you for the GGs, not too bad. Gelmir Hero's Grave is another fun one. I'm going to get the Grace here, even though I don't plan on doing the dungeon yet. Because this is another Red Wolf boss, and it shouldn't be difficult, but it's kind of annoying. How many times have I defeated these lesser bosses? On other playthroughs, in this, very infrequently. I'd say some of these we just haven't seen at all. Like most of the Catacombs and stuff, unless there's a specific weapon there, or a specific talisman, I just don't bother doing them. Which is one of the reasons I want to do all of them on this playthrough, because then at least it feels like we've got something going on, you know? You know what? Let's try doing this one now. It's a pain, but at least we don't have to come back here. These Heroes' Grave sites are honestly fun when you're exploring the game for the first time, but they're not my favorite thing to come back to, I guess. Oh god, especially because of this. Yeah. I always forget the patterns. Grabbing some death root? No, I'm just doing all the bosses. In fact, now, after we do this, we'll do this dungeon anyway, but I won't use Rune Arcs the whole time because I'm probably going to get squished again. I think in this one, after this, we'll go and do Abductor Virgins. That way we don't have to worry about losing a Rune Arc to dying to an Abductor somewhere. Here we can go down? Kinda. Yeah, nice. There we go. And now we ride! Yeah! And then we just about avoid getting toasted. I don't think there's an intended way of getting out there beyond just leaping from the chariot where possible, so... How do you run so straight on those beams? Practice. Oh, it's just occurred to me without the rune I can't use Flame Grant Me Strength. Because I don't have enough faith yet. Oh well. We won't worry about it on this run. We'll be good. Not terrible. Ow. Okay, one more heal. There we go. There's our opening. Oh god. Nailed it. Good. Don't have to come back here again. We'll take the death route just in case. I don't think we need it, but again, prefer not to come back. There's a couple of good armor sets in here, and I think the whatever the finger weapon is also in there somewhere. The furled finger, is that what it's called? I forget. But yeah, that's in here somewhere. +1. Was that a boss? It was. It had a boss bar and everything. I'm not falling for it, Patches. Suddenly, a grafted scion appears. Get Godric, idiot. Sleepy time. Yeah, anything with a boss bar is a boss. Anything that doesn't have a boss bar is not a boss. Coming up via merchant this time. We've got a favorite type of weapon so far. Honestly, I really love colossal weapons. I didn't expect to. Oh wait, this isn't the merchant, it's the other one. Yeah, colossal weapons I always thought were going to be too slow. But they've just been some of my consistently favorite weapons so far. They hit really hard. A couple of them have some really good moves to avoid just attacking slowly being the only option. Like the rolling R1 on colossal weapons a lot of the time is genuinely your best option against faster moving enemies. Oh god. The Whirling Dervish is back. Breakdancing Champion 2025. So up here, across bridge, and we'll get the Grace right before full-grown Fallingstar Beast. Which I would like to do at some stage soon just for the smithing stones. Because we're going to outpace that fight before long. But I think we'll go back and do Abductor Virgins now while I don't have a Rune Arc active. Because we need to do it at some stage. How many bosses are there in Elden Ring? 160 something? 165, I think. Okay, so let's go to Ray Lucaria Schoolhouse Classroom. Assuming least favorite type is crossbows. Yeah, crossbows just don't give you many options. I mean, the only option you have with crossbows is use something other than crossbows. Like, the build we did for the Arbalest was fun, but I have a feeling that's just how we'll end up doing all of our crossbow playthroughs moving forward. Which is like, get the jellyfish shield, rely on bolts where we can, get a lot of good support abilities, and drift. Oh, I could level up. I think I might level up, just so we don't lose too many runes here, because I'd have to come back for them otherwise. Never seen so many unique bosses. They're not all unique, that's the thing. Like, in terms of variety of bosses, there are some which are repeated. Like, the boss we just fought, the Red Wolf of the Champion, is actually a repeat of the boss that you fight in this area. The Red Wolf of Radagon. Okay, well that's another reason I should have used my runes, is if I just decide to fall off the water wheel. Yeah, like the major bosses obviously are not repeat fights, but then again, Godric still is, so I mean... Yeah, in terms of unique bosses, there's probably upwards of 50, though. There are some things that you fight a lot, like Erdtree avatars. But there are definitely some which you only fight once, and that's a very good thing, actually. Hello. Yeah, like tree sentinels and stuff, Knights Cavalry. Oh, cool. Okay. One thing I was concerned about there is if it kills you by normal means, if it kills you by, like, hitting you with one of the arms, then you don't get abducted. But it basically has to grab you. Googled how many bosses in the main game. It said 238 plus 34 in the DLC. Oh, maybe it's more then. Maybe it's more then. Although I don't know how everybody decides to count that stuff when it comes to, like, duo bosses and everything. Anyway, we're about to go and fight 2 of those, so here's hoping we manage. Oh, nothing there. Wrong way. Keep following the river down. Okay. Can you do something special with this lava like in Minecraft? Yes, you can run across the top of it because it is molten rock and therefore supports your weight. And I believe this is where we fall through the floor. Love that for us. The Crucible Knights are at it again. I think this way is the way we go for the boss fight. Crawling Albinaurics really freak you out? Yeah, same. They're pretty freaky guys. So the good news about these is that if you mash the triggers, you don't take fatal damage from those. Also, if you dodge at the right time, you can get some pretty hefty hits in before the thing closes, and it takes more damage while it's open, so... Good fight. Girandole. Those Iron Maiden pizza cutters? Yes. Do I use a controller or a keyboard? I use a controller for this. This feels like the kind of console-style game that I would typically use a controller for. Wyndham Ruins. That's all done. Nothing special there. We have Perfumer's Ruins over here. We've got Fallingstar Beast by the Altus Highway, so let's go and do that. And let me quickly tick off some of these, because we've now done Abductor Virgins, Demi-Human Queen Maggie, Wyndham Catacombs, Red Wolf of the Champion, and Magma Wyrm. It's pretty good. Good going. Yeah, let's head out this way for Fallingstar Beast. I'm going to crack another Rune Arc just so we've got it. Having a hard time with the keyboard controls? Yeah. Yeah, the keyboard controls with this kind of game are... Some people use them, some people it's doable, but... The usual advantage is just being able to look around slightly faster, and this game is really intended for the controller experience. Hit him in the face. Or at least it seems intended for the controller experience. Don't like using controllers, you always use keyboard and mouse. That's fair. To each their own. If it's a personal choice rather than a necessity, then obviously that's entirely up to you. It's another one of these guys. Although this one I can use the horse for if I want to, but personally, nah. Honestly, there aren't too many enemies in this game that I prefer to fight using Torrent. I think it's nice if you have the option to, but I find that depriving me of some of my more interesting moves is not my my ideal scenario for a boss fight. Hasn't done any of his more irritating attacks yet, which is good. Get a quick heal in there. This one probably staggers. If it doesn't, then the next one does. There we go. Felt like we'd done a couple of good hits at that stage, so I could count on it. Good fight. That was honestly one of the more painless attempts. Takes us to 78. There's our Smithing Stone 6s rolling in, so we can head back to Hugues and put a couple of levels on this. Do we go to DLC in each run, or just the weapons that are in DLC? Just the weapons that are in DLC, unless I am interested in something from the DLC for other reasons. Like in this one, we might go and get the two-handed talisman at some stage, because we're using the weapon two-handed a lot of the time. I might end up going to the DLC on some other playthroughs where there's like incantations or sorceries, like on the Astrologer's Staff playthrough. We went to the DLC specifically to get all the sorceries. Let me quickly tick off the Fallingstar Beast from Altus. That's good. Let's go back to Kaled. We'll do the Battlemage Hugues fight because I know I can win that one very easily. And then I think we'll do some of the stuff around Dragon Barrow. Where are we at levels-wise? Oh, yeah, easy. 2 of those, one on the next. Cool. Okay, yeah, now our scaling's going back up again, which is really nice. Yeah, Hugues is down here on the tip of this landmass. We've already got the smithing stones from there. Oh, hello. We have no quarrel with you. Our quarry is over here. What's the next weapon in the series? The Battle Hammer, which has to be farmed from the duelist enemies in Lanedale, the Royal Capital. So we'll be seeing that about halfway into the run, probably. Good fight. $79. We even get him as a Spirit Ash, which is pretty funny. It is almost hammer time again, yes. Yeah, we can probably sub the Battle Hammer for the Brick Hammer to begin with. You can get that from Stormveil pretty easily, so that'll at least get me in the hammer mindset, and then the hammer horror can begin. I think we'll do Selia next, which means going to do O'Neill, and then we'll do the Night Maiden and Swordstress, or whatever the thing is. I think it's Night Maiden and Nox Monk. Is it something along those lines? Touch Grace. The question is, do we get invaded by Millicent? Because that determines whether or not I have to get off my horse in the middle of Scarlet Rot. Yep, there we go. Where you at, Millie? Oh god, these guys. Oh, nice. 2 pieces of clean rot armor. Hello. Oh god. She got backup. Yeah. She's easy enough. It's a preview of getting Waterfowl danced if you struggle with that one. Oh, nice. We've got the Halo Scythe as well. Gosh, we're getting so many drops from the Clean Rot Knights today. It's a shame we don't actually need them. Millicent sounds like a polite name, but the person's a menace. I mean, she is a bit of a menace. The real question is, do we want to do her quest in order to get Millicent's prosthesis once we get to the Halig Tree? Because we can get it earlier, but I think it's honestly the only time in which we would reasonably acquire Millicent's prosthesis before the Halig Tree, or like at the Halig Tree rather. Alright, let's see if we can get the drop on O'Neill. Oh god, he's starting with this. Yeah. Hilarious. Okay, we should get a stagger once we do our next heavy. Oh, maybe not. In that case, I need to get out of the way because we've got a lot of dudes coming at us. This is me on Dark Souls 2 right now, is having a bunch of basically unavoidable attacks coming at me and not quite knowing how to deal. Oh god. Don't get hit by an arrow. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. It was either that or the Scarlet Rock got us at that point, so fortunately we made it. Sure, side quests are fun. Yeah, honestly, when you're doing an all bosses run, you might as well do an all quests run at the same time. Like, we're going to be shortcutting our way through some of these, and we're not going to be doing absolutely everything, but... Hey man, do you have a grace?
Oh, I'd hoped to strap. Don't fret. Should you I will teach. I need your name resting. Oh, as go on. Now, well, the work of a... Can you give me as well, may?
Okay. So I'm going to go and rest. And then we'll do Knight Maiden and Swordstress. I thought the grace was closer. Not going to bother fighting too much in here because we know where all of the objectives are. There is another golden seed in this town as well. This is the other great thing about doing all of the bosses, is that you basically get a path to all of the golden seeds. Up to you whether you want to get them, of course. But golden seeds, stone sword keys, you're getting plenty of them on the all bosses route. And yeah, a bit of rooftop parkour in this place. Nice and easy. I don't think we need much of the loot from this town, though, because it spells, a staff, and a talisman, I want to say. It's like a magic resistance talisman, which we shouldn't need to worry too much about. So over here we have possibly the easiest boss fight in the entirety of Caelid, which we're gonna get OP for because it's funnier that way. Okay, that's one. Actually made it harder for myself by not having a heavy attack that follows up immediately. I do really like the way it turns into fist weapons, this one. Anyway. We have Nox Flowing Sword now, and... Ah, precious item. Lusat's Glintstone Staff. At this stage, Cavalry should be done. But if he isn't, then we can log out and back in. Yeah, let's put one into Vigor again. Oh god, the puns have started again. Did they ever really stop? Let's be real. Poison Grease. Honestly, the Battle Axe has been pretty solid so far. This feels like one of the weapons like the Dark Souls 1 scimitars, where you can just kind of use them for the entire game. Which is good, because I am.
I have the need. Will you give it? I will reward. Tended to a wretched.
Okay, well, in this case, we'll... Oh, I guess we can't. We haven't been to Fort Faroth yet, so we couldn't just, like, drop down from Dragon Barrow the way we usually do. We can go up to Dragon Barrow. Serpentine. Oh god. That guy had a bigger sword than I remember. Prepare to be bouldered. All right, we have arrived. Hi, Millicent.
Well, my flesh, it is a cup. You to quell, but never mind. I would rather than would you mind? Well,
Okay. That's that taken care of. One quick rest later, and finally Flasks at +8.
my apology. Everything, even the night. Not that I could, but
And we get the Dexterity Heirloom, which is nice.
my destiny. It's all thanks to you. My name is Mill.
Nice to meet you too. We could go and fight Rotten Crystallian Duo now, but I don't want to. So let's not do that. We should not do that. Hup. Couple more smithing stone 7s, a stone sword key and a smithing 8. Grail. I think it might be time for Grail. Done Nox Swordstress and Nox Priest. We've done Battlemage Hugues. The Bell-Bearing Hunter here is awful. We've got Dragon Barrow Knights Cavalry to do at some stage. But I think we're probably good to do the Grail fight now. Which is really all about fighting 5 dragons, so enjoy this. And by enjoy, I mean be deafened by this. Oh, hello. See, the trick here is not letting two of them fight you at once. Which is easier said than done, because there are lots of them. But in this case, at least if we get the crit, then we don't have to worry about this one attacking me, so... Does this one count? I think this one counts. Because it's got half a health bar, so... Oh god. Yep, that's a heavy attack, actually. Oh god. Come back. That's 4. Now I assume the 5th one is around here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe that one wasn't part of it. Because there's another one over here. Oh! Did I not have much health there? I didn't really notice. Huh. Well, we're back here. Let's do that one again. So our final rune arc, at least for the moment. If we have the budget, we can go and get them from Round Table Hold pretty easily, but... I think, honestly, Grail's Roar takes a lot out of your defense, too, so... We're both roaring now. Okay, one down. That's 2. Alright, I'm going to try and lure this one away so the other one there doesn't attack me right away. Okay, waiting for another heavy. There it is. Oh, hang on. No, it isn't. There it is. Alright, one more. And the one remaining dragon is making its way to us. Oh god, that does so much damage. Yeah, that's why I got one shot by it before, is that I left myself with too little health, and they do probably about 75% of my health bar with any attack. And that's one more left. Ouch. Getting too fancy now trying to go for the head. Fortunately, none of their attacks come out particularly fast, so... just about the timing. There we go. And for once, we've done Grail legit. That did literally like 4 damage from the last one. Fun fact, wasn't even a boss. Doesn't even count as a boss. No boss bar. Worth it for the runes, though. WoW has taught you never to attack a dragon around its tail. This game will tell you otherwise. This game will tell you to do that fight purely by attacking a tail. In fact, Dark Souls 1 will tell you to attack a dragon's tail with arrows like 200 times to get a sword that'll take you through most of the game. But that's Dark Souls 1. So I'm going to tick Grail off the checklist, even though Grail doesn't technically count. We've done O'Neill. So we have Beastmen of Farum Azula. I think we'll go and do the Knights Cavalry. Because I know where this one is and we can get it out of the way. Barbaric Roar doesn't do a whole lot to us on a horse, but we're going to get off the horse again in a second. Okay, a couple of good hits there. Good dodge. Come back here, you. Okay, I need to make sure I regain some stamina from this. There we go. Ow. Need to heal from this one. That's the attack that'll get him jumping off a ledge if you can get him to do it in the right place. There we go. And now a crit. And that's almost good night. Just wait for a charging heavy. Perfect. Again, been a while since we've done that one legit. Feels good. Can see why people cheese him. Yeah, he's a bit of a slog, but not a difficult fight, just a long one. Any fight where your enemy is more maneuverable is going to take longer because they've got so many good dodges. That's us at 60 strength, though, which is pretty reasonable. 65 if you count the rune arc, of course. The Great Rune. Down here we have the Beastman duo fight. I think we'll actually get up here and do Putrid Avatar now so I can get the other mixed physic tier I wanted. And then after that fight I might take a brief bathroom break. And then we'll come back and probably return to Altus. Because I think there's a couple of fights at the end of Dragon Barrow that I want to save for later, like the Blackblade Kindred fight and Grail. I think I might do those later. And Bellbearing Hunter is probably going to be like one of the last bosses that we do, because I hate that guy. This thing, on the other hand, we'll see how it goes. Okay, good start. Rolling around the rot as before. We'll get a stagger here. Nice. I'll back off for this one. It's got ranged attacks now, which is going to be annoying, but shouldn't need to worry too much about those. Ow, okay. Fair. That roll always kills me. I always think I can roll that, and it always has a roll punish. We'll try again. I think I'm out of rune arcs now, though. Yeah. So no Flame Grant me strength for this one. We're back down to our expected stats, but that's probably a sign that I should start putting points into Faith, because we've got a high enough strength score now. Okay, this one isn't going quite as well as the start the last one did, because my timing is slightly off. And I need to heal to make sure that the rot doesn't kill me if it touches me once. I'll take a stagger, though. Yep, that's me dead. That's the problem with that, is that it's got an attack that lays a trap for you as soon as you get up. We could grab the Faith Knot Crystal tier if we really wanted to use Flame Grant Me Strength, because that'd give us an extra few faith at the start of each fight, so... That's always a possibility, but... Really, we just need to put points into faith so we can actually start using some of these legit instead of faking them with Rune Arts. Okay, that's better. Another charged heavy for a stagger. Yeah, there we go. If you can predict these, they're not too bad. That's 82. Stone Barb Crack tier is the one I want, because right now we're using Strength Knot, and Strength Knot is not that helpful to us. Now our strength is this high. So, yeah, we're going to head back to Altus. We're going to do some of the bosses that are down in these easy Catacombs and stuff. Who's this boss? Doesn't matter. Dead now. Putrid Avatar East Kalid, that one. Gets you a ton of runes, by the way. So let's actually put points into Faith. That should allow us to use Flame Grant Me Strength. Oh, we need 15. Okay, never mind. But Blood Flame Blade is another one that's possibly a good option. I think it needs 10 Arcane, so we have that by default. Right, I'm going to take a very short break. We're going to rest at this Grace. There's a Knight's Cavalry right here as well, who we should probably fight in a second, but we'll take that one off. We'll take off Putrid Avatar. Yeah, cool. All right, I'll be right back, folks. Hey, we're back. So, from here on Altus, let's go and get the extra sacred tiers, because we are definitely at a point where our levels, our vigor levels at least, have crept up high enough that we could use an extra heal. I think we can just drop down here, right? Yeah. So at this point, I'm going to clear the area just a touch because we should get the Eleonora invasion here. With the tragic death of Yura.
Eleonora.
Behold a true Drake warrior. And I, Egon. Okay, that means we can go and do Moog whenever we want to. While we're in the area... Where is the point at which we can get down from here? I guess it's this, right? Yeah. So here in... I believe Bower of Bounty, or whatever this is called. We have Wormface, who I'm not looking forward to, but we'll do it anyway. We have another smithing stone tunnel, which I don't think has any smithing stones that we actually want. Unless it's for upgrading future weapons, like a second battle axe. But that's sort of a tertiary concern. Let's fight Wormface first. Welcome to Deathblight, the fight. Ow, ow. Oh god, absolutely not. Well, I'm dead. Wormface. See you later, Ginger. Have a good one. Okay, now time for Wormface with buffs. The triple grab is rude. And I don't appreciate it. Also don't appreciate how close I was to actually dying in that fight. Wormface needs Greaves. Wormface needs a lot of things. Less worms and more face, I think. The Ruins here has a cellar but doesn't have a boss fight, so we're ignoring these. And instead going to the tunnel which is up here. Grab this beacon so it doesn't stay on the map. Wonderful. It doesn't even look like a worm. don't appreciate Wormface even a little bit. Nope. Very little to appreciate about Wormface. The worms, the face. Neither of them are good. So the real big question here is, am I getting Smithing Stone 6s from this? The answer is no, so I do not care. I pretend I do not see it. Instead, I shall go here and fight this, which is a Crystallian Duo? Cool. Spear first. Spear is the most annoying one, so spear first. Beautiful. Pretty good considering I didn't have my mixed physic for that one. What's up, Imbergazel? Welcome in. I don't think we counted Runeface in the boss count either, so there you go. Not Runeface, Wormface. Wormface done. That was Crystallian Spear and Crystallian Ringblade. Great. Wonderful. I don't think there's anything else down here that we need to do, so... Old Altus Tunnel is there. Obviously we have Elima in the Shaded Castle. The one guy here. Godskin Apostle. Ancient Dragon Lansax. And then we have... Sainted Hero's Grave. Oh, we also have Godefroy the Grafted. Let's go and do Godefroy. Yes, we did beat the guy from Tron Legacy, yeah. Anyone got an explanation for Godefroy in chat? Wrong answers only. Just a chill guy. Godefroy's just this guy, you know? Big fan of Godric? Yeah. Godric cosplayer. I don't know how many Stone Sword keys I have, but I think I have enough for this. Oh, we only need one anyway, so that's fine. Because Godric canonically has never had a single original thought his whole life. I mean, that's pretty close, yeah. Bloodflame Blade will be useless here because I don't think he bleeds, does he? Ow. I mean, that would seem to suggest he does, but... I suppose he's not a phantom, he's just in an ever jail, right? Yeah. Pretty good. The problem with this is that Godfrey Icon does not work with our current skills because it's charged spells and skills, and the skill itself isn't charged, it just changes what your charged attacks do. So unless we decide to use a charged skill at some stage, not actually that helpful. He's Godric's grandpa, right? I mean, he is presumably part of the Golden Lineage. But the fact that he's basically just a carbon copy of Phase 1 Godfrey is... or Godric, rather. Is not canonically satisfying, let's put it that way. Three stone sword keys. Okay, we'll be able to get into Old Altus Plateau then. Or Old Altus Tunnel. Because the boss at the end of this one, I think, is just a Stone Digger troll. So this is one of those in and out kind of fights. Godefroy looks like an exact replica of one of my uncles, just taller. Are you of the Golden Lineage, then? Honestly, it feels like a joke more than anything. I mean, I'll take it as a joke. I just wish there was more context, more build-up. Okay, those are just regular crystals. Nothing good here. Going to assume that these are also just going to be Smithing Stone 5s at this stage. If we get any Smithing Stones at all from this one. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is the one that's full of explosives. Yeah. Yeah, if it's all Smithing 5s, we won't worry about it. Oh god. Got Mario stomped by a dog. Squished. Here we go. Here's the lad. Great club. Love the vibe. It's 86. Just keep finding the best friends, always. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of them over here, aren't there? There's a lot of, like... Altus Plateau is sort of like a second Limgrave in terms of how miscellaneous stuff is. So... there's a lot of, like, tunnels, there's a lot of... odd little caves that have no real reason to be there. There's a lot of stuff that you're just going to miss unless you really specifically try and find trouble. And so there's one cave here that's got, like, perfumer stuff going on, and there's one cave that's got one of those big flowers as the boss. It's one of the flowers and an omen killer, which is just weird. What's my favorite area? Oh, difficult to say. I think probably Shifra River. Just because of how pretty it all is. In terms of bosses, I'd say it's probably... I don't know, probably Lanedale. Lanedale has some fun ones. Morgott's still probably one of my favorite characters. So we're going to go here and do the invasion, because it's how we progress Vare's quest, but we're also going to actually do the boss of this place for once. Where am I at rune-wise? Okay, cool, we can level. Everyone in chat who's played Elden Ring, or maybe if you've just been watching my streams and you like an area, what area is your favorite? Because I think Shifra River does it for me. Lanedale's your favorite? Lanedale's an amazing environment. Like, it's such a well-designed place. I mean, there's a reason I ended up using it for my inspiration for Empires Season 2. Caelid, obviously. Yeah, spot the Kindred of Rot in the chat. Michaelis Haligtree, Abyssal Woods, Caelid is a close second. Y'all are some twisted people. Oh god. Forgot that fighting this guy's annoying. Don't know how I forgot that, but I forgot that. Fortunately, I'm a lot better prepared for this fight than I normally am. So I can take a hit like that and it's not a problem. Actually like the Haligtree and Farum Azula. I mean, Farum Azula's great too. That's a good one. Like Altus Plateau for permanent autumnal vibes. Yeah, it's a good, like, biome color, I guess, for the area. So this is where we need to go next. Mostly getting on the horse to have iframes against all the dogs. So this is a quick, sanguine, noble fight. Blink and you'll miss it. Because I will die. Just kidding. Hilarious that the floor gives you blood loss at a certain point. It's like, okay. Any good farming strat for Runox other than PvP? I mean, help people with bosses is the only other way you can farm them. Either that or, like, find an area with a lot of rats and hope you get lucky with a rare drop, but that's not particularly fun. Like, help people with easy bosses. There's probably quite a lot of people right now who are getting into Elden Ring. Like, I've seen enough of them on stream that there must be a good few of them out there, so. Yeah, let's go here. It's the water area with lots of rocks jutting out. You mean this? Or you mean this? Because this is just the lake in the center of everything. That's where all of the divine towers and stuff are. This is Liurnia of the Lakes. And this right here is Mount Gelmir. So that's the mountainous one. Around the Leonine Misbegotten fight is a good one for the grind. Interesting. I guess in Castle Morn, you mean? Because I guess, yeah, there's a lot of rats in that one room and a couple outside. The room where you get the whip has a ton of rats, yeah. There's also that room right before Dragonburnt Ruins, but I guess the grace there is not as easy. Alright, we will grab one smithing stone from this place, which is, I think, yep, another smithing stone 5, so still useless to us. We'll get the bell bearing from in here as well, which is not down here, actually. Get wrecked. So just in case we end up using any incantations or whatever. If you have DLC, Abyssal Woods has a ton of rats near Graces. Yeah, that's a good call as well, I think. I think I just throws a smoke bomb against the wall. Good job, guy. Run away. Exploding piles of cannonballs. Good dodges, good dodges. Oh, and now I'm dead. This place is like that. Fortunately, at this point, there's a stake of Marika. Because they know how much of a pain this part is, and also it's a trap. This is basically your warm-up parkour for the Lanedale Catacombs. Not even worth it for the Smithing 5, which we already have. Bait. Worth it for the boss fight, I guess. Still only got one rune arc, so maybe I'll save it. I like that you can interrupt a lot of this guy's attacks. I like that the pile of rubble in the middle of the room also interrupts a lot of these guys' attacks. Cool punch, buddy. You got a sword there, though. Oh. That was a Smash Bros move. He baited me into that one. Unfortunately for him, I am also a Smash Bro. '88. One thin man, 88. And bonus rune tower. Okay, sealed tunnel is done. A lot of the other tunnels and stuff around here are done. There is Diminular Windmill Village, which we could get Millicent's help with if we want to continue her quest. I don't think you have to summon her, but I think she just turns up at Windmill Village, but you've got to do the Shaded Castle stuff first, so... I think we do it just so we have the option of using Millicent's prosthesis. Because if we put Wild Strikes back on this, I think that plus Winged Sword Insignia would absolutely rip, but...
Oh, something? So I decide I've only... Perhaps... Well, I must focus. I must... Well, I must...
She must. So, Erdtree Gazing Hill next.
In truth, it's Scarlet as such. Though rather than realize I could have ate. Now, after unleash, I should like. I think she's in the land.
And now, hop we down. And let's go to the Shaded Castle. Much as I don't want to fight Elmer of the Briar, I'm pretty certain this fight is easier than the Bell-Bearing Hunter fights. Let's give her a big hand, folks. We also need to go to Lanedale to buy the Sentry's Torch before I have to fight any of the hidden Black Knife assassins. Although you can do that fight just by flailing around, because the assassin has to come close to you at some stage, but not really in the mood to flail. The flailing was on the last run. Oh, really? Come on. Come on, guy. Yeah, same. Who's ready to see a lot of enemies that we don't want to mess with? It's Wraithcallers, it's Revenants, it's Elmer of the Briar. If it wasn't obvious already, we're not doing Patch's side quest either. Because it's kind of trivial. You okay there? Just gurning at me from the floor. Get out of town. Jokes. Jokes. And Clean Rot Knights. My favorite. Cheers, boss. Okay, for this part, we have to go through here? I think we do, right? Yeah. It's all coming back to me now. Oh yeah, backstepping ahead. Really should have gotten flame cleansed me before doing this. We haven't even been to like Nokron or anything yet. That's perhaps an oversight. I clearly just haven't looked at the map for the last... Yeah, the red mark is there. I just haven't looked in that area of the map to remind myself. Tinker, thanks so much for the 80 months. Oh my gosh, Tinker. Thank you so much for 80 months. What a number. Absolutely not. No. Still no, and still no. Just gonna be over here. Don't mind me. Okay, what do you have? Oh, nice, a helm. Cool. I don't mind that. Not interested in you either. Nor you. Oh, you're interested in me though, aren't you? Yeah, get down the elevator shaft. Love that for us. So. No patches. Let's see how this goes. No Barbaric Rule this time because Bloodflame Blade is also a weapon buff, but I don't mind having it against this guy. Ow. Oh. That's a concern. That feels a little excessive. Pick me up. Just to throw me down. Ah. Alright, one more heal. There we go. Took a minute, but we got there. He doesn't hit nearly as hard as the one in Caelid. Not the only one of the ancients still around. Oh no, they pass through every so often. Right. We can increase faith. We can still increase strength a little bit. We could probably use just some more vigor. Yeah, let's aim for 40 vigor and then we'll level some other stuff after that. So that's 89. And we can go back to Erdtree Gazing Hill to recruit Millicent.
She's passed. Are you giving me this? I think it might be if it might be perhaps then.
Alright. Now, off to Dominula. For the easier of the two Godskin Apostle fights. Millicent's proboscis is wild. Yep. Yep. I'm not sure what time he starts, but I'm pretty sure Grady will be beating the game today and possibly moving on to the DLC if he's installed it already. I'm looking forward to that. I've been following his career with great interest. Yeah, da 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 da. The soundscape of this village is ridiculous. Hello, you. Already on phase 2. Yeah, I kind of pushed my luck a little bit there. What's up, Ashton? Welcome in. Let's try that one more time. Let's run that back. Gestures. Don't know why I've never turned off loading screen tips, but sometimes they just feel kind of funny. All right. Great start. He's giving us the hook. So here's what I'm really hoping for. Is that we get a stagger out of this pretty quickly. And that we don't get killed by Black Flame Tornado again. These are my hopes. Fortunately, the Stake of Marika is like right here, so it's not exactly a difficult run back. Attempted to parry that. First blood. Okay, that's phase 1 in basically 3 attacks. Get me a heal, please. Okay, no Black Flame Tornado this time means we win. Also didn't pick up my runes, so I'm glad we won. When you're halfway through a game, the loading screen says, food heals you. Yeah, right. We'll use one of these so we can level real quick. We're not going to fight Millicent. We're not going to do it that way this time. Going to progress the quest because we're off to the Erdtree anyway, so we may as well.
The arm you get feels. Perhaps it is foolish to say this thus. I would have you. It is the own.
Cool. Very sweet of her. We'll see her in the snowfield next. Also, 90. Thinking about what's next. I need to start checking off some of these. So we've done Elmer of the Briar, Godefroy the Grafted, Godskin Apostle. Oh, we haven't done the Knights Cavalry. I mentioned the Knights Cavalry earlier. We've done Sanguine Noble and Stone Digger Troll. On Mount Gelmir, I think we're still all good. I think we'll go and do full-grown Fallingstar Beast now, if we can. While we don't have a Rune Arc active, because this fight can be kind of volatile. See what I mean? Yeah. Didn't see any of the other Fallingstar Beasts do that move. I think some of it is just because we beat them before they had a chance, but... like the Sonic the Hedgehog spin ball move did not come out in any of the other fights. Ah, the tail swipe always gets me. Yes, good. Fortunate we got the stagger there. I was worried we weren't going to. We're about to get a phase 2 attack. And this is probably going to kill me. Not great. Okay, this is the one that now ends in the lasers. So this is the one we have to be a little concerned about. Basically has his own version of Comet Azure. That gives us plenty of openings for attack. Two heavies. Regain a little bit of stamina. Okay, we're getting lasers after this one as well, which means we probably get a stagger. Oh, not quite. This can hurt you on the way back down as well, but... ouch. Okay, we'll heal one more time. Forgot the follow-up to that one. Okay, gonna heal through this. Attack the side twice. This is definitely a roll back out of this one. Probably go in for a full charged heavy here. If I can stand, hello. There we go. And jumping heavy to finish. Nice. Could have gone worse, could have gone better, but I think we did alright. And there's the rest of our smithing 6s, I think. Yeah, so we're on to plus 20, I guess? Which is pretty good. That's what an easy Fallingstar Beast fight looks like. What's up, Flint? Good to see you, buddy. We're on our all bosses. That was number 91. Oh yeah, we don't need that. We need this. We are now at plus 20 on the battle axe, which is great. This is all before mountaintops. We haven't even gone into Lanedale yet, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. We can tick off full-grown Fallingstar Beast from the list. Let's see who else we've got who we can take care of now. Oh yeah, there's a couple of easy ones around Altus. There's a couple of little caves that I never bothered to go in. There's a Knight's Cavalry fight right here, as long as it's nighttime. And we've done the harder of the Knight's Cavalry fights, which is the one in Caelid, so he's probably further down the road. Where has he gone? I think some of these you have to rest a second time for them to spawn in, because they don't spawn in exactly as night falls. Or he might just be, like, further down the road. Where are you? Oh, there he is. I see him. Might just have not clocked him before in the distance. Well, we're going to go clock him now. Oh, it's a flail guy as well. Come back here, you. Stand and fight. Don't know why I thought that was going to work. Yeah, bud? Just in that tree now, yeah? Oh, he's out. Absolutely decking his horse. Not doing a whole lot to the guy. Whenever you're ready. He's really having trouble with walls today. Weirdest behavior of a horse rider in this game, let me tell you. Even the tree sentinels could never. My man. we have to start meeting like this. The entire Lanedale Guard has turned up to watch this fight. There we go. God. Okay, he brought his homies. He's gonna get his horse back and everything. Oh, absurd. He was waiting for the squad to roll up. Alright, cool. You're still gonna try it after you saw me take down that guy? Alright. That's 92. Yeah, next one's probably easier to start here and go back. This is why you don't cover the horse's face with black cloth. Yeah, that's probably the reason for the driving. Right. This way. So this one should be, I think, Omen Killer and Blighted Bloom, or... Yeah, I think it's that one. Perfume Atricia and Misbegotten Warrior is the other way. But you go down this way. Ignore this flower entirely. This is Perfumer's Grotto. Not to be confused with the other one, which is Perfumer's Ruins or something. This is a grotto. There's grot here. And living jar shards, I guess. Anyway, ignore everything in here. We're off down here for the boss fight. Nothing to do with Santa. Not today. Oh god, yeah, I forgot there's one of these. Don't. Don't. Thank you. There's a malformed star just, like, dangling from the ceiling here, which is hilarious. Okay, right. That's him done. Now for this. Of course. Honestly, probably the fastest I've ever taken down one of those plants. They're normally a really annoying fight. Then, if we go back to here, there's this one. And I think after maybe 2 more bosses, we'll wrap up. Because the stream is nearly at 3 hours. It is nearly at 7 o'clock here, and I need to go and figure out what's for dinner. Oh yeah, we're not going that way yet. That way's the Necromancer Garris and the Black Knife Assassin, which is a twofer, but does require us to have the sentry's torch so we can see the boss. Getting all of the sacred ashes of war today. Yeah, there's a Catacombs here, that's what it is. Oh, do I not have enough stone sword keys? Cringe. Okay. Is there a grace here? No, there's a cellar, I think, here, but there's not a boss or a grace or anything, so let us instead leave this place. Let's actually go and get the sentry's torch, and then we can do that one cave. Because that way at least we get 2 bosses, and we're at 95. I wanted to hit 100 today, but a couple of them have given us trouble, and right now it's more about just figuring out what order to do stuff in. I also need to buy some more rune arcs after losing a few of them to the tree sentinels. Oh, there's a deathrite bird around here as well, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's just a regular death bird. Either way, I don't want to do it. Surprised that guy didn't open with his, like, ridiculous flying move.
Is some custom well?
Oh, you know what we could do? I hate myself for even thinking about this, but you know what we could do? Yep. That's right, baby. It's all of the Elemers in one stream. Fortunately, this guy is easier. He's definitely easier than the one in Caelid is. And I guess we could also go and do the one at the Church of Vows while it's still nighttime. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, no, those guys suck unless you're prepared for them. And I prepare quickly. While we're here, let's grab Flame Cleanse Me, just so I can survive the Lake of Rot later. Sorry. Oh god. Let's go meet the Turtle Pope. And then save him from the Bell-Bearing Hunter. Do you need Hellbotterific, or have you just invented a great D&D character name?
I welcome. I am my apology. Do you know how it came? Well, the shattering. It is here by the matron, and so the Erdtree. Oh, you are free. I would so if you find, unless in which case.
I love the phrase, my legs aren't what they used to be, from a tortoise. Pretty incredible. We do love the Turtle Pope. Let me quickly spend my runes. Just in case. I'm not worried. Let me just spend my runes on extra health, but I'm not worried. I don't think he's here. No. Maybe I have to, like, actually use the shop.
Oh, very well. Heresy, all thing.
Sure, let's have that. With DLC weapons to use cheat engine to give it in the beginning? No, I've pretty much gotten used to speedrunning to the DLC. We can get there in about 2 hours, so it's not too difficult. Besides the half the fun of this challenge is like figuring out how you get to each of the bosses or each of the weapons. So the heck, I wasn't getting any inputs there. Yeah, the fun with the DLC is figuring out like your route through it and everything. Dang it, dude. Okay, that didn't hit as hard as I was expecting it to. The problem is avoiding the follow-ups. Okay, we traded and I won, so... What if you get to Midra, Remembrance Weapon, then you kill him with another weapon? Yeah, like, the goal is not to do all the bosses or whatever. The goal is just to beat the game. There are a couple of the weapons I plan on doing New Game Plus runs for just because you get them at the very end of the base game, but the goal is just to beat the base game. Everything else is optional. So, like, if I have to go and get Midra's Remembrance, then we just make a beeline for Midra. We did that already with the Barbed Staff Spear, which is the Jury the Inquisitor boss fight. Gets you that weapon. And, yeah, we did that one a couple of runs ago. That's 95. That's 95. Yeah, we have the Sentry's Torch now, so maybe we go and do Sage's Cave, and then we'll get to like 97. It's almost 7 o'clock here, so. I'm going to unequip the buckler because we've not been using it for a little bit. It'd be fun to use it against the Black Knife Assassins, but we'll just need to throw this on for a little bit and not have Barbaric Roar. Can use any weapon to get there, or does it need to be at least the same class? I mean, I usually pick one of the same class just to get used to the play style, but you can use any weapon to get there. Like, the whole thing is just get there and acquire the weapon as soon as possible by whatever means necessary. And then beat the base game with it. That's all you need to do. Like, we use every weapon to kill the Elden Beast. If you want more of the rules, go to my VODs channel, because the description of every video... I think I used the flask way too early here. The description of every video in that Elden Ring A-Z playlist I have now outlines what the rules are. Oh, wait a second. This is where we get Raptor's Black Feathers as well. I remember this one. So this one has, weirdly, 2 boss fights in it. I don't recall where the second one is. But I think it might just be like, you go off to the left or something. Candle Tree Shield. I think this one is... yeah, nothing. It's crafting materials. But there's like a wall you roll into somewhere, and it's a second boss wall. Yep, pickled feet are a thing in this game. Gold and silver pickled feet are both a thing. Raptor Talons. Dragon Moon Grease. Golden Arrow. Raptor Feathers. And Skeletal Mask. Well, considering I've needed an upgrade to my appearance for a little while, this is way better in every respect, and also gives me additional damage on jump attacks, if I remember right. Yeah, strengthens jump attacks. Yeah, let's use that. Because I could have been using the Claw Talisman this whole time, considering how many jump attacks I do. This is Necromancer Garris. Who has snails helping him. Oh god! I needed to heal, and that snail was going to kill me otherwise. Get wrecked. Yeah, this is another flail that we're going to have to use at some stage, which will be hilarious when it happens. That's 96. And over this way... I guess there are just 2 boss fog walls in here. That's funny. Anyway, this is the one for which we need to have the Sentry's Torch equipped, because the Black Knife Assassin in here can only be seen if you have the Sentry's Torch. And this fight is awful if you don't have it. I mean, it's pretty bad if you do. Didn't bother jumping that one. Cool. 97. Concealing Veil. Alright, that's all of the little ones cleared out of this area. How many hours do I have in the game? Before this stream, it was 850. So, like, probably 855 or whatever now. With staves, can you use any spell? Spells are divided into incantations and sorceries. If it doesn't say sorcery, you can't use it with the staff. Okay, so we got that one done. I guess we do have this still to go. Yeah, I think we'll wrap things up there. I think we'll wrap things up at 97. We will continue next time. I'll start us at Windmill Village, because next time we need to start with Ancient Dragon Landsacks, I think. There's a few other dragons and stuff that we need to fight still. Yeah, like Deathrite birds and stuff. We have Bellbearing Hunter and Kalid left to do. But let's take a quick look through what we've done. We've done Black Knife Assassin and Sage's Cave. We've done Necromancer Garris, Knight's Cavalry, Omen Killer, and Blighted Bloom. Yeah, we're looking pretty good here. We're looking pretty good. If you have a seal, you can use any incantation. I mean, as long as you have the faith requirements to cast the spell, yes. Like, incantations have certain stat requirements to use them, but then the spells themselves have individual faith requirements in order to use the spell. Like, if I go here, I can't use this because I don't have 41 faith. I have the seal equipped to cast it, I just don't have the spell. I don't have the stats required to use the spell. Anyway, with 97 bosses on the docket, that is where we'll wrap things up for today. I'm going to send you folks over to somebody else who's streaming here on Twitch, and we can wrap things up. Cons of Sevis is streaming. I want to keep it in the Elden Ring category, and Cons is currently on Malekith, so yeah, go say hi to Cons. Already 3 hours deep by the looks of things. And I'll probably be hanging out in Cons' stream and then maybe Grady's stream, assuming he's streaming later. So go say hi. I'm gonna probably be back on Tuesday with more of this. Like I said, on the Minecraft stream. Depends whether we end up doing some other stuff this week. We're going to look for a new couch, but that might be Tuesday. That might be a different day. We'll see. Either way, have yourselves a great end to your weekend, and I'll catch you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.